Hello students, today we are going to do the chapter 3 Questions by Leo Tolstoy. Before we move to the chapter, we must know something about the writer. Leo Tolstoy was a Russian writer. He believed in non-violence. That means he did not believe in war. He did not believe in fighting. He was actually involved in several wars, and he was known to be very courageous and brave. But then he realized that it was too bloody, and he started supporting peace. Now, because he's a writer, you should know some major works that he had written. Two very famous novels are War and Peace and Anna Karenina. You're all small children. Maybe when you grow up, you can read it sometime. Okay, War and Peace and Anna Karenina. They are two very beautiful novels. Now, he was also nominated for the Nobel Prize. Nobel Prize is one of the most prestigious awards in the world. It is awarded in 5 fields: physics, chemistry, literature, medicine, and peace. 5 fields. And Leo Tolstoy was nominated both for literature and for peace, not just once but many times. Though he did not win the prize any time, it is very important that a person is even nominated for the Nobel Prize. Not many people get this chance. Now we'll move on to the chapter. Once upon a time, there was a king, and the king had a thought that if he knew the if he knew the answers to 3 questions, he would never fail. So just imagine just 3 questions. If he knew the answers, he would never fail. What is the first question? What is the best time to begin a work? Now he's the king. There are so many things to do, and if he knew what is the right time to begin the work, it would be wonderful. Second question, who is the right person to listen to? Again, king. So many people are around him, and he does not know who is the right person to listen to. So that is another doubt in his mind. The third question is, what is the most important thing to do? Now, what does the king do? He wants the answers. So he sends around messengers all over the country, and he announced that if anyone gives him the answer that satisfies him, he would reward them. So many wise men, that is very intelligent men, they came to the king with answers. They all had different kinds of answers. Like for the question, what is the right time to do a work? Someone said, prepare and follow a timetable. You have timetable for at school, right? But it's not possible that you do it in your daily life: when to wake up, when to go to the bathroom, when to sit and study, when to play, when to eat. So king was not very happy. Then someone said, you should notice all that is going on and do whatever is necessary. Not happy. Then someone said, keep a council of wise men, a group of wise men around you. They will tell you what is the right time to do a work. But then others said, nah, not possible. You cannot always call these people and ask them. So he should go to magicians. These magicians will predict the future and tell him the right time to do a work. King was not very happy. Then the second question, who is the right person to listen to? Again, he had lots of answers. Many people had different opinions. Someone said, listen to the counselors. Someone said, listen to the priests. Someone said, doctors. Someone said, soldiers. Then the third question, what is the most important thing to do? Now, some said, you should get involved in science. That is the most important work. Others said, no, you're a king. So you should be you should be fighting. That is the most important thing. Then there were others who said, no, you should be very pious. You should involve yourself in religious worship. Now, of course, the king was not happy with the answers. They're all so different. He was not satisfied. But then he heard that there was a hermit. A hermit was a very wise man. And this hermit, he lived in the woods. Wood is a small patch of forest. Okay, a small forest. And this hermit who lived in the wood never left this wood. Anyone who wanted to talk to him had to meet him. But he met only simple people, not rich and powerful people. So the king had to do something. When the king goes out, you would always recognize him. Why? Because he would have a nice horse, a horse of the best breed. Then he would be dressed in a royal dress, and he would have a bodyguard with him. So, what did the king do? He went to the forest, he changed his dress. He wore very simple clothes. Then he kept his horse with his bodyguard. Okay, and then he went to meet the hermit. When he reached the hermit's hut, he saw that the hermit was preparing a bed, a flower bed. See, this is a flower bed, the place where you are planting flowers. That he was preparing that flower bed with a spade. So he asks him the three questions: what is the best time to begin a work? Who is the right person to listen to? What is the most important thing to do? Now, the hermit did not say anything. He continued working. The king waited. He is not answering. So, what does he do? The king sees that this man is old and he looks very weak. So, he offers to help him. And the hermit readily gives him the spade, and the king starts digging the bed. After some time, the king sees that the sun has started setting. It's going to be dark. So, he told the hermit that, Sir, if you are not going to tell me the answers to my questions, I better leave. But then the hermit saw something. He saw someone running from behind the trees and coming towards them. And they saw that this man was injured, very badly injured in the stomach, and there was blood flowing. The king quickly attended to this injured man. He tried to stop the flow of the blood. He took him inside the hut and put him in a bed. He took care of him, gave water to him, bandaged him, and all. By then it had become very dark, and so the king could not go. So, what did he do? He decided to sleep in the hermit's hut. Next morning, when he woke up, for some time he couldn't realize where he is. We also feel groggy sometimes in the morning, right? So he could not realize he did not realize where he is. Took a few seconds, and then he saw the bearded man, the stranger whom he had taken care of. That stranger was looking at him, and he started apologizing. Apologizing means saying sorry. Okay, he tells him that, King, I came here to kill you. The king was shocked. Why should this stranger kill him? He did not know him. So the bearded man says that the king had killed his brother. He's a king, right? So when someone does something wrong, he punishes him. So perhaps he punished his brother in this way. He killed his brother and took away all his property. And the bearded man wanted to take revenge. He knew that the king was going alone to the hermit, and he goes to attack him. But the king's bodyguard was there. Remember, he had kept his horse there with the bodyguard. That bodyguard sees him, recognizes him, and injures him. Somehow, this man runs away, and when he runs away, he reaches the king. But the king, instead of punishing him, did not even think of such a thing. He just saved his life. And now, this man, this stranger, this bearded man, he promises to serve the king all through his life. The king is very happy. He did not know about this enemy, and unknowingly this enemy has become his friend. So the king is very happy. But then it's time to leave. So he tells the hermit that anyway he's not getting the answer, and so there is no need to stay there. But then the hermit says that his questions have already been answered. The king is surprised. How come? He said, No, you haven't answered. The hermit explains. What does he say? See, when you came to me, you thought I was weak, and so you decided to help me. If you had not done that and gone back, that stranger would have killed you. So, what was the best time? When the king was digging the beds. And who was the important person? The most important person was the hermit then. And what was the most important thing at that time? The most important thing to do was to do the hermit good. Then later, when the injured man comes to him, what did the king do? He saved the life of the injured man. So, the most important thing to do was to save the life, and the most important person was the injured person. So the hermit finally concludes the right time to do a work is now. Now, okay, now means present. And then the most important person is the person you are with. Whoever is with you, that person is the most important. And the most important work is to do the person good. Whoever is with you, be nice to that person. Do good to that person. These are the most important things. See, now you can also apply it to your own life. Now, when you're watching this video, with what is the most important thing? Watching the video. Now, watching the video, and that too now. Time is now, because now you have power in your hand. You can do anything. So you decide you are watching the video. Now is the most important time. The work is watching, most important work. Person is the person who's talking to you. You need to do the person good. Okay, so you can actually apply this to your own life and see how nicely it works. The three important questions, the answers to which will give you success. Hope you understood the chapter and hope you will do it well. Thank you.